Hello and welcome to AJ Storytime channel for kids. If you are new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. Remember that I have story times Monday to Fridays at 11 a.m., at 7 p.m. and now at 9:30 for bedtime story. So please don't forget to subscribe so you can always receive the notifications when I'm reading live. The first book we are reading today is called Blue Goose by Nancy Tafuri, and this theme for the story time for today is all about creative. Be creative. Do you like to create new things? Yes, I am glad. Blue Goose by Nancy Tafuri. The theme for today is be creative. While Farmer Gray was away, Blue Goose, Red Hen, and Yellow Chick and White Dog decided to paint their barnyard. So they decided to be creative, right guys? White Dog painted the fence white, and Yellow Chick painted all the flowers yellow. Red Hen painted the barn red, and Blue Goose painted the roof blue. Blue Goose and Red Hen poured blue and red together to paint the door purple. Red Hen helped Yellow Chick mix red and yellow to paint shutters orange. Blue Goose and White Dog painted the sky light blue. Then Yellow Chick and Blue Goose made green to paint the grass and trees. "What about the sun?" cried Chick. They thought and thought and thought until Dog climbed on Goose, Hen climbed on Dog, and Chick painted the sun yellow. "What about the tractor?" cried Chick. Red Hen painted it just in the nick of time. "It's finished!" shouted Blue Goose, Red Hen, Yellow Chick, and White Dog. The barnyard was filled with color. They were ready to say surprise to their Farmer Gray. And when it was time for bed, what did Goose do? She painted everything blue, except for the moon. The end. Such a nice story, right? Remember that the theme for today is about being creative. Be creative. And the next book we are reading is called Sentai by John J. Muth. Sentais. Now you know who Sentai is, right? "Mom, there is a bear over there," said the little girl. "A what?" asked the mother. "A big panda bear," said the girl. "What? What's he doing?" asked the little girl's mother. "He is, sitting? Maybe he's waiting for someone," said her mother. Stillwater was waiting for someone. He was waiting for the arrival of his nephew, Coo. "Hi, Coo," said Stillwater. "I brought you some welcome balloons." Coo took the balloons and bowed. "Uncle Stillwater, summer, I have arrived. Seeing you bring smiles and uplifting gifts, could you carry my case, generous uncle?" asked Coo. "It is a short walk to the house, but there is a nice park on the way. Let's stop there and have some tea," said Stillwater. Stillwater, Coo, and the balloons all sat quietly in the park. "Tea was very good. My cup holds emptiness now." "Where should I put it?" asked Coo. Stillwater did not like to waste. We will use these cups every day while you are here, so you should save them. Suddenly, Stillwater burst out laughing. That tickles, he said. Hi, Stillwater, said his friend Addie, Michael, and Carl. We were just coming to see you. Hello, said Stillwater. I would like you to meet my nephew Cook. The children introduced themselves and everyone ran off to play. Addie invented a game called Jump on Stillwater. It was fun. Michael wanted to ask Stillwater a question. I'm going to be in a spelling bee, Michael said. What would you do if you were in a spelling bee? I will spell words, said Stillwater. Michael looked at his shoes. What if you weren't sure of how good you were? I am anxious about it. I feel like I'm going to mess up. Do your best. That is always what you are supposed to do, says Stillwater. But it's hard to do my best when I'm nervous, said Michael. Stillwater nodded, then he smiled. Cool, and I have to visit Miss Whitaker this afternoon. I would like you and Carl and Addie to come along. The Miss Whitaker who lives on our street, asked Addie. That Miss Whitaker? Asked Carl. She hates us. She's really old and she spits when she talks. Every time we walk past her house, she shouts at us. She scares me. She's your friend? Michael asked. Stillwater looked at them. Yes, he said. She isn't feeling well and we must bring her something to eat. The children helped Stillwater prepare some soup. It smelled very good. Then they put it on a tray with some soft bread. As they walked quickly down the street, Stillwater said, Miss Whitaker is a good friend. You will see. Why on earth did you bring these children here? Should Miss shouted Miss Whitaker. The children backed away. Hello, Miss Whitaker, said Stillwater. You look very well. We have brought you some nice soup. Carl looked at Miss Whitaker. She did not look well at all. She looked thin and she looked small, much smaller than she did when they stood on the porch yelling at them for throwing a ball in her yard. Stillwater helped Miss Whitaker up to bed, and he offered her soup. Then he asked Addie to sweep the floors, and he asked Michael to open the curtains and the blinds. Carl, hold the dustpan still, said Addie. Carl and Coot are very good at drawing pictures, said Stillwater. I cannot see pictures anymore, said Miss Whitaker crossly. Carl and Coo drew several pictures together. When it was time to leave, Stillwater put them all around Miss Whitaker's bed. He told her they would come back tomorrow. Outside, the children say goodbye. Bye, say Carl. Bye, say Addie. See you tomorrow, say Stillwater. I don't know, say Michael. I should study for my spelling bee. You should come, say Stillwater. You should come early. The next morning, Stillwater told Michael Miss Whitaker used to teach English. She did, asked Michael. Then Stillwater said, Miss Whitaker, did you know Michael is going to be in a spelling bee? Well, said Miss Whitaker, I know something about that. Now listen, just like plants, words have roots. Miss Whitaker said, a plant grows from its roots and so do words. Roots of words can teach you to spell, and with that, Michael spent the morning with Miss Whitaker studying for his spelling bee. The next day, Stillwater found Coo looking up at the apple tree in Miss Whitetaker's front yard. "Oh, hello, Stillwater," said a voice from up in the tree. "Can you catch me?" "I was getting some apple for Miss Whitetaker," said Carl. "This morning sunlight gathering apples and a boy," said Coon. After the spelling bee, Michael raced to Miss Whitetaker's. "I did it," said Michael. "I made it all the way through the end." "Good," said Stillwater. "So you were not too nervous?" "The judges were nothing compared to Miss Whitetaker," said Michael. "Yeah," said Carl. "Just this morning she was shouting at us again." "Then why are you smiling?" asked Stillwater. "She was telling us to get out of the street and play in her yard." On the last day of Cook's visits, Michael presented Miss Whitetaker with the ribbon he got at the spelling bee. Carl gave her the apples he gathered. "My mother taught me to make apple tea," said Miss Whitetaker. "I haven't made it for years. Now Addie and I have made some for you." When it was time to say goodbye, Addie, Michael, and Carl gave Coo a big hug. "Summer fading, new friends, faces lighting the way home," said Coo. At the train station, Stillwater looked over at Coo. "You may throw away your cup now," said Stillwater. Coo shook his head. "Nearing my busy's end, summer now tastes of apple tea. I will keep my cup," said Coo. The end. Such a beautiful story, right? About being creative. Stillwater was so creative. He helped everyone in the neighborhood. He helped the kids to get along with Miss Whitetaker, right? And now we have another story for you. Remember that we are learning about being creative. Our next story is called Frank and Crayon by Michael Hall. "Help, someone, just turn the page. Take my hand. Hey, someone must be reading this book. You're right. I'll talk to them." "Ahem, hello out there. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but this picture book has been cancelled. Tell them what happened. Tell them about the scribble, and don't leave anything out." Well, let's see. In the beginning, everything went according to plan. The crayons were in their costumes, and I was getting them into position. This should be fun. I'm so excited. I hope I don't forget my lines. "Frank and Crayon, go to page 22. That's where you make your dramatic entry, just like we practice." "Right, got it. Page 22. The story began with the frightening townspeople talking about a horrible monster lurking in their town. Suddenly, without warning, the light went out. Screech! Ay! It was a scribble. It went all the way across 2 pages. Can you believe that? But the scribble got bigger. Even 4 crayons scrubbing hard couldn't stop the scribble. But the scribble was out of control. The story was falling apart, and that's when the really terrible news arrived. Official notice. "We regret to tell you that we have decided to cancel this picture book." "How come? We are almost halfway done." Official notice. "Because no one likes the scribbling thing. The characters are gone. Isn't there supposed to be a mad scientist in the story?" "Yes, but I dropped the mad scientist because he was difficult." Official notice. "We know you are disappointed, but we ask that you leave this book right away." What could I do? I turned out the lights and left. And that's what happened. Okay, let's see. Well, I was pretty upset at the time, and in my sadness, I forgot to tell Frank and Crayon. So on page 22, roar! Hello, who are you? I don't think it can talk. Let's give it a mouth hop off. Hello, I need to get moving. I'm late for an important event. Can you help me? Of course we can. It's what crayons do. Thank you. What a beautiful scribble. I wish it didn't have to go. Come on, let's find the frightening townspeople. Eventually, I came back to look for the costumes and found Frank and Crayon eating oranges in the green room. Where is everybody? I have terrible news. We have a few things to tell you too. I guess that's about it. We probably never know who scribbled on the page to begin with, but at least this has been a learning experience for all of us. Screech! Wait, don't forget lesson number 4. Never drop the mad scientist from the Frankenstein story. The end. I hope that you enjoyed the story time for today. Please don't forget to subscribe. Remember that today we learn about be creative. Bye.